And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
It's no secret at this point that Blood Rage is one of my favorite games. Love that game. So I'm always excited about each of the expansions. This is the third one I'm taking a look at. They're small expansions. This one is Gods of Asgard. This one comes with plastic gods in it. And this one is kind of, it's almost a variant, I would say, on the game itself. It changes the game a lot, but does so at very minimal cost. I'll show you what's in the set. Box, you'll notice that there's 6 miniatures. Each of these is a miniature of one of the different gods, and we have Thor and Loki, and actually Odin is 2 pieces here. He sits on the throne. I guess that's to help if you want to paint him or if you want to make him fall out of his chair for whatever reason. So you're going to be using these pieces, and you'll see that these, again, like all the cool mini stuff, these are like begging to be painted, but I haven't got these painted yet. So you're going to be, at the beginning of the game, you're going to be randomly picking 2 of these gods. So there's a card for each one, so you randomly pick those 2, and then you'll randomly pick 2 provinces that they start in. And I guess it would make sense if we were looking at the board the right way here. And so these provinces are going to be provinces that aren't destroyed and provinces that haven't been taken over by people. So maybe one god is there and another god is there. And then basically, whenever this province is raised, then it's going to be moved to another spot, another legal spot that they can be in. And they also will move at the beginning of the second and the third ages as they move around. Now, each of these gods is going to change the game in some way. Let's take a look here. For example, Thor. The winner of a battle where Thor's in the province that Thor is in is going to get 2 glory for each enemy figure destroyed, which could be a lot if there's a lot of people that you've killed. This is a great one against someone who's like always trying to die as Loki, and like, well, at least I'm going to get some points from killing you. Odin, if you pillage his area, you get the reward twice. That's really nice. Frigga, no figures can be destroyed for any reason during a battle. Always a useful thing. Heimdall, the battle cards are played face up one at a time. So essentially, instead of everyone playing simultaneously, they're done one at a time with the pillaging player playing last. This is enjoyable for the pillaging player. Then we're going to start changing up the battle. These really do it. All your figure strength is 0. Only the cards count. This is a crazy game changer. Keep this one in mind. This one really changes up how the game plays because you can have a bunch of monsters that mean nothing when he's around. And Loki's another game changer. The players that lose a battle get the battle glory instead of the winning player. When Loki's on the board, suddenly you see everyone trying to lose. It's hilarious, but it certainly changes up the game. These cards, as you can see, are pretty big when compared to my hand. You're only going to need 2 of them per game, though. And then, like I said, they're going to be moving around in different provinces. And that's pretty much how they change the game. Gods of Asgard is one of those expansions which is interesting to me because I really like it. And if someone says, hey, do you want to play with Gods of Asgard? Sure, let's play with it. And someone else says, I don't want to play with it. I'd be like, okay, I'm cool either way. Because it's neat, but it's not necessary, right? So this is like when you're playing Blood Rage a lot and you want some extra different stuff, this is what you would add in there. Because it does make you think about everything. Normally when you're like, okay, which province am I going to invade? Okay, that one helps me meet my goal here. That one has a good reward. Well, now you're like, ooh, that one now has a double reward. Oh, that one, the lowest person wins? Or this one, only the cards count? And I made sure I took a card that was really high. So that's almost a guaranteed victory in that battle. That sort of stuff is really cool, and I really enjoy that. I like the big size of the cards. I like the miniatures. They add flavor. The guys are somewhat thematic, and it's really easy to stick this in or out of the game. You're like, let's play with it, let's not play with it. It adds like 30 seconds. And so that's a cool little expansion, probably for only die-hard Blood Rage players only, but it's not. If someone was playing for the first time, I think you could throw this in also. And that's kind of a cool little, it's like a module essentially. A module with miniatures. Dice Tower Judgment, approved!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Cierra la puerta. Dear.